everyone, welcome back again to my channel. If you're a whole time subscriber, thanks for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, you're just passing by, thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe as well. In this video, I'm going to show you how to draft your Igbo special blouse USC women put on in occasion. So let's get started with business. So what I'll be using today is my pen, my roller, my curve roller, my pins, and my scissors, and my tape measurement. So let's get that to it. Next I'm going to do here, I'm going to draw half an inch on top of this place like this. So I'm going to roll it out and let it come back. My blouse I'm making is 24 plus 1 inch for sewing allowance. So from my shoulder here to this place is 25. I'm going to roll it out. So the neck width I'll be using today is 3 inches and the neck depth is 5 inches. So I'm going to be adding half inch to both, which means at this space here I'll bring out 3.5 for the neck. Then my neck depth here is going to be 5.5. So I'm going to roll it out and come back. So the next thing I'm going to be putting is my straight measurements. I've already drawn my neck and my neck measurement. So from my shoulder here to my bust point is 12.5. So what I have here is 12.5. It's 12 inches plus half an inch for sewing allowance, give me 12.5. Then from this place to my under bust is 16 inches. 16 inches plus half an inch for sewing allowance give me 16.5. So I mark it again. Then from that place again to my waist is 19 inches. So 19 inches plus half an inch for sewing allowance gives me 19.5. Then from there to the length of my blouse, that is where I want my blouse to be. So now that I've marked it out, now draw a straight line from here straight to put in my round measurements. So now that I'll bring this out, the next thing I'm going to do, so I'm going to start putting in my shoulder. My shoulder measurement is 16.5. Divide by 2 gives me 8.6. So I'll go at the top of this place like this. From there is 8.6. 8.6. Then I'm going to add another half an inch to it. So here I had half an inch to it, because I'll be needing that because I'm going to cut through that place. So the next thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to come down from this spot. I'll come down by 1 inch here, 1 inch. Then I'm going to connect from this spot to this spot. Next step I'm going to take here is my armhole measurement. My armhole is 9 inches, so I'm going to be adding half an inch to it, making it 9.5. So I'll go to this point like this. So I get here like this. So I'm going to rule out a straight line. Next step for me is to start putting my dart measurement. My dart measurement is my nipple to nipple. My nipple to nipple is 8 inches. Divide by 4 gives me divide by 2 gives me 4 inches. Plus half an inch of sewing allowance gives me 4.5. So at this spot here, I will go here like so. I'm going to put in 4.5 here at my chest line. Then my bust point 4.5 as well. Then my under bust 4.5. Then at my waist point I'm going to put in 4.7. 4.7. Then at the length of my blouse I'm going to put in 5 inches, because I want the dart to just not to be straight, to just spread evenly. So the next thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to connect the dart line. So remember, at my shoulder slope, I'm going to go here like this. My shoulder 4.5. So because I've already created my shoulder slope, so I'll put it here like this, 4.5. This 4.5, 4.5. So I'm going to connect a straight line from here straight down. But at my shoulder, I added half an inch to it. So when I cut through, I'm going to use that half an inch to sew it in. That will be my sewing allowance for that half an inch, which I put here as well. So there will always be a lot of allowance. So the next thing I'm going to do here is to put in my length of that I'm going to use on both sides. So yeah, at my chest line, I'm going to put in half an inch here like so. I'll just make it half because I'm going to be cutting through the chest line here. I just put quarter of an inch, quarter of half an inch here, quarter. Then on the other side the same thing. So under my bust here, this is my bust point. Yeah, I'll come up here by 1 inch. My bed fell off. Then under my bust point, I'll come under by 1 inch. Yeah, it's my under bust. My under bust, I'll take 1 inch on both sides. You can take half an inch depending on your choice, but I'm going to take 1 inch on both sides of mine. Then at my waist, I'll take half an inch on both sides. Come here, half an inch. Then on my blouse here, I'll come up here by 1 inch. So now I'm going to connect all the dots for you to see. So now that I've done this one, so the next thing I'm going to do here, I'm going to cut out my darts. Then I'll come back and show you what I'm doing. So yeah, I've put it all together now. So when you are putting your round measurement, make sure the lines are equal, because I've cut out my dart. And make sure you add your pin to it, so your dart or your material will not move when you are putting your round measurement. So at this spot here, my chest measurement is 40 divided by 4 is 10 plus 3 inches for sewing allowance, so it gives me 13. So I'll go here like this. I have 13 here. That will be for my chest, 13. Then my armhole is 9.7. So I go here like this. Half of my armhole is 9.5 divided by 2 gives me 4.7. So I'll go here like this. This is 4.7. Then I'll come in by half an inch. So I'm going to connect this dot, and this dot together using my curve ruler. So my next is to put in my bust point measurement. My bust point measurement, quarter of my bust point measurement is 10.8 plus 3 inches for ease of movement. You can put 2 inches, depending on you. So that 3 inches I'll use it for sewing allowance or for ease of movement. So I'll just connect the line like this with my free hand. Then my under bust, you see my under bust is more curvier, so I'll just do it like this. I'll make sure the lines are touching. So the lines are touching. My quarter of my under bust is 9.8. So I'll just put it in like this, 9.8. Then I'm going to be adding 2 inches to it for the ease of movement, which gives me 11.5. Then at my waist, I'll bring it out like this as well. So my waistline are not touching. My waist here, quarter of my waist is 10.3. 10.3 plus 2 inches for ease of movement, make it 12.3. So yeah, I have 12.3. So now I'm going to connect the lines. At the length of your blouse, you need to measure how big you want your length of your blouse to be around your body. My length, the one I want for my body, is 47. So quarter of 47 is 11.8. So that's how I want it, my length to be. So I will go to the length of my blouse, then I will still move it like this. Don't need to get outside, you can see properly. So I'll move this. This is the length of my blouse here, making sure the lines are touching each other. Then I'll put it in the measurement like so, 11.8. That's how big I want it to be. Then I will add 3 inches to it. Then I'll roll it out. I decided to add 2 inches to my length, so make it 5 inches. Actually, it's depends on your choice. So me, I decided to add 5 inches to my length. You can add 3 inches depending on how you want it. So at the bottom of my blouse here, I'll come up here like so, like with 2 inches up like this. So I'm going to use my curve ruler to connect a curve at the bottom of my blouse. You can leave it straight, depending on your choice, but I'm going to connect a curve, so that's how I want my blouse to look like. So I'll connect a curve like this, like a curvy shape. I'm not going to cut off my curve yet. I'm going to cut it off when I'm using it on my material, but for this tutorial I'm going to leave it for now. So now that I've finished trimming out the shape that I want, I'm going to trim it out now for you to see the end result.